Yeah, buddy. So yeah, we live and direct. You know what I'm saying? A little technical difficulty getting started, but we appreciate everybody coming in. This is the Solution Radio podcast show. I got my people with me online. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. We still pushing the agenda, and welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome.
All
What's going
right, all right. Good evening, y'all.
All right. So we're gonna continue on about with last week. We was talking about a lot of subjects on mental health awareness, and you know, I know it's been a rough week for everybody. A lot of people been going through some things, and like I said, it is important. It's very important to me and to some other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what everybody else been going through, but hopefully everything been going good on y'all end as well.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna be the first one to say that. It's most definitely been a juggle. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it.
Okay, you welcome. You welcome.
Yeah,
That's what we here
we
for.
want.
That's what we here for. That's what we here for. We here to help each other. You know what I'm saying? Um, Along with everything that's been going on, I had my ups and downs this week. It's been a crazy week. You know what I'm saying, for everybody, and we
Uh,
still looking for solutions to
you get the link?
fix the problem, or what I'm saying, how can we contribute to mental health awareness in this month. You know what I'm saying, and you know, y'all, if you didn't get a chance to say something last week, I know PWE and me and OG had commented, but we got the ladies on the show now. So if everybody want to comment, hey, ladies, go ahead. You got the floor.
Yeah. And before they do, yeah, make sure we get the female side of everything today. You know what I'm saying? Because they were kind of left out, and I think it's very important for the females to get their agenda out, because you got females listen to the show, and they, women would like to hear the female side of what we be talking to too. So when we get to the man get, we let a man talk, then let the female talk, get their discussion, then we go back to the man. But let's give these women a chance to talk uh today.
Okay, cool beans. Let's go with it then.
So what the first topic gonna be about today? Because we on mental awareness, and I know that last time we talked about, what I'm saying, uh, all this killing that had been taking place. Like I say, for the last 2 or 3 weeks where I'm at, I know I've been seeing like 10 kids, 10 kids to get killed, no older than 17, no older than 15, and kids that kill them are no more than 14, 15 themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, and they killing them with big ones. They ain't killing them with no pistol. They killing. They coming out there shooting fusing, and we. My question is, I mean, a lot of people say it's the parents' fault, and that everything starts from home, and I get that because I think everything do start from home. But also, if these kids come out here in these streets, look like the grown-ups should have a better feel, and let these kids and let these kids get these kids out here that come into the street an opportunity to live, instead of just having them coming out here getting these kids pistols, getting these kids marijuana to smoke, getting these kids pills to take, and and manipulating their minds. You know what I'm saying? So I like the female, hear the female side on this topic when it comes down to, you know, how how could how could things be? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
All right, ladies, y'all got the floor. Let's roll with it.
Okay, well, if you talking about how we can play a part, or how it could have been different, you know what I'm saying? But they all had something to do with like structure, balance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these kids don't have the right outlets. Well, I can take that back because there are outlets. They just don't want to take initiative. There's no one pushing the kids into the right area. You know what I'm saying? There's
Mm.
so much instead. It's so much publicizing on how to kill, on how to get away with murder, on how to do. You know what I'm saying? It's so backwards. So they really be feeling like they don't have no other choice but to go out here and kill. They don't know how to fight. That's for sure.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They too scared to take a punch. You feel
That's
me?
true.
So we ain't gonna never get them to man up and be that to start getting out there and raffle because they too scared to take a hit. Now I feel like I gotta rethink my statement. Go ahead, Simone.
Now you don't have to rethink your statement. It's just the fact that you telling the truth, and there's so many aspects of what he was saying, especially about with me. I was thinking about it today. We did talk 2 episodes about mental health awareness and what we can do to killing, the sense of killing. And there's also other topics I'm gonna bring up about that specific subject as itself, along with the events that just happened yesterday that has to do with mental health awareness in itself as a country. You dig what I'm saying? It's not more or less it's our communities, but now they grow outside the communities. You got a debate going on about who ran, who didn't run. Everybody is basically discussing the political thing right now. Um, and to me, I think that is a big, big issue too with mental health awareness because what is it projecting out now? Let's just base it off of the events of yesterday. If the people are not aware of it, there was there was an attempt on um, President, I ain't gonna say former President Trump, you know what I'm saying, and I've been watching it here, and I know people have been watching it in the news, and it's a lot of questions that's floating around in the air mentally. You know what I'm saying, and that also ties into gun violence of today because now it has affected the government. It's went over. I feel this is my opinion. It has touched. You know how you keep poking the bear, you keep poking the bear, and you keep poking the bear until finally that bear then poke the big bear. Anybody got a take on that specific thing today?
If I may,
Oh, I knew
jump.
you was coming. I knew you was coming. I knew you was coming strong. How you doing, brother? Peace and
Hey, how
blessings.
y'all doing, man? Peace and blessings. Um, Before I go any further, matter of fact, I'm not even going to state my opinion about what happened yesterday. We're going to stick to the details. Um, Mental health and turning towards gun violence as an answer. We would like to say it's because our children are weak or um, afraid, but I would like to push it more towards they are living in a constant state of have to, need to, must. They
Mhm.
are in a constant state of mental duress. They feel like they have no other options because this is what's being promoted as making you a quote unquote real nigga, a tough guy, a badass, whatever. Nobody likes a peon or a weak guy. See, we set the stage for these things not knowing what fruit they're gonna produce. See, when our babies are young and we're teaching them how to say "f you" this, or we're teaching them how to knuckle up, and we teaching them how not to take nothing, how not to tell on anybody because we don't promote snitching and things of that nature. We create the environment to foster these behaviors. It's like a greenhouse of chaos and confusion. Um, and I think until we take responsibility and accountability for the things that we glorify, for the things that we as a people promote as what's the word I'm looking for? Just basically the things that we push as acceptable within our community. Until we take responsibility for those things and we begin to eradicate them from amongst our communities, we're going to continue to see the things that we've been seeing. It's insanity to continue doing the same thing and expecting different results. We continue generation after generation to plant these seeds of destruction. And then when we see the fruit of it, we blame our children. They're not raising themselves. Or maybe the problem is that they are. And when we do, we have a young man or young woman who feels that they're pinned or trapped into a corner. And the only solution, one more time, because they're in a state of have to, need to, must, they feel like, hey, I need to take matters into my own hand. And since I'm David fighting Goliath, the only solution is to eliminate. And since the only way I know how to eliminate is through physical violence or murder or anything of that nature, then guess where I'm turning to? So the thing is as a society, as a people that know, as a people that believe in the why we need to change these things, it's not enough to talk about what continues to happen. We have to step up and become the changes we want to see. Yeah, one person may not seem to be making a difference, but that one person encourages another person, and then another person, and then another person. And before you know it, these little small puffs of smoke that we see around the
You know I'm
country
calling.
turn turn into fire. So um we have to look at this thing from all sides and all angles. You know, we have to look at the contributing factors. We have to go to the roots. We spend a lot of time on surface issues, like the young man taking a shot at the president or at the ex-president the other day. That was a product of something. It wasn't the root issue. So until we get to the root of these issues and stop just cutting things down to the ground, we're going to continue to have things regrow in the same area and in the same manner that they have continuously produced themselves over these years. And I'm gonna fall back, you know, because I get to keep going.
Oh no, you good, you good. You know what I'm saying? Those are good points, good insights and points on today's, you know what I'm saying, situation. You know, me personally, I know they pinpointed as it's only in the black communities that they're having these shootouts and then having these, or what they say, mass shootings and stuff. And it's more, I guess it's still an agenda to me mentally, because now you put in position, I gotta walk around with this, or I have to carry this. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, sir. That's the
And-
that's the have to, need to, must state of mind that I'm talking about.
right. And these kids is just, I mean, you know, what they're projecting out on the screen is that I gotta walk around with this, or I got ops. Even the former president got ops. You get what I'm saying? So it creates that narrative.
Let
Um,
me, if I can, and I
Uh,
hate to cut you, brother, but I want to jump on something personal right here.
okay.
hold on,
Now,
hold on, Hold on. Hey, uh, let everybody introduce themselves to the show. You know what I'm saying? We have a proper introduce ourselves so nobody don't know who talking.
okay.
I'm O- I'm so Pope, you do the introduction, let everybody know who on the show and people get to feel who talking to who.
Okay. Well, you got me. I'm the host, CEO, E Flight Empire. You know what I'm saying? T Pope. You got the co-host, OG Capone online. We got the senior ambassador, Strong online with the Big We, K Dog from the Big We. And we got Shakita Knight. She's a autism specialist, you know what I'm saying, dealing with special needs. And we got PWE Foster, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what situation he worked with, but that's, you know, pretty much everybody that's online.
Get out online.
Yeah, K Dog just jumped in.
It's got style, this style did.
Yeah, Styles in.
Okay. So
Everybody
you know,
doing out here today, man. Power to the people, cause the people is power. That's all I need to say right there with that, man. And I'm just jumping in, man, and I'm enjoying the conversation and the topic of everything. You know what I mean? So uh, let's just continue. I try to move around with people that can move around with me, and I can move around with them, and um, I believe in the word of mouth of things, man. So shout out to the people, man, that actually pay attention to what's going on out here, man, and figuring out how we can make a better change for ourselves, man, and not only ourselves, because if we make a better change for ourselves, we make a better change for the people, man. You know, the people are attached to certain things that help them change. So whether they like it or not, or love it or not, they watching. You know what I mean? They gonna take some of these Jews with them. And I appreciate you, Mr. Tavares, Mr. Pope, giving the big wheel voice and all the people in the world that actually want to tap in at this podcast. and having a voice. Every choice need a voice. Every person um, got a word. So
Right.
let's
Okay.
go, man.
Okay, so like I said, we on the topic on we this part three of mental awareness that we on right now, and like I said, Mr. Pope, he CEO of this thing, and like I said, we had that topic going on, and Russ Strong was speaking, what I'm saying, interrupted his thought, his train of thought, but now Mr. Pope, Mr. Strong, you can continue on with what your narrator was what was
Appreciate it, good brother. Um, as I was saying, just to speak on something personal about the mind state, mindset of things. My son, uh, I was having I noticed he was bothered, and I noticed that he had a kind of bad order or aura around himself. So I pulled him to the side, and I want to know what's going on, and let's have a talk. And we take a ride, and as I'm talking to him, I'm listening to him, and he's telling me, "Oh, I never expected to make it to 21," and he's telling me all these things now. And as I listen to him, and I'm basically seeing uh, a bad hood movie, as I'm going to call it, because I'm listening to him tell me this story as if I wasn't the one that raised him. So I'm listening to all the things that he felt he wasn't going to do and he wasn't going to be able to achieve and where he felt he needed to be in life. And as I'm listening, I'm kind of being bothered because I know who your father is and I know what you've been allowed to engage in and what kind of boundaries have been set and so on and so forth. So certain hardships you've never faced in your life, certain environments you've never been in your life. So where are you picking up this attitude from that I basically tried to shelter you from your whole life and not let you get involved in because I've navigated those roads before and I know where they lead. So I've spent a lifetime trying to foster an environment and protect you from these things. And then as I'm getting frustrated listening to him, it dawned on me what he was up against. The music is telling you that this is your expectancy. The movies are telling you that this is your expectancy. Your peers are telling you that this is your expectancy. The adults are telling you that this is your expectancy. The whole world is basically robbing our children of their hopes and dreams and planting seeds of negativity and self destruction in their mind. And although we may, as parents, be trying to provide the safest path for them and the safest environments for them, what we're up against, as long as we stay divided and trying to do it ourselves, what we're up against is the system, the beast. It all these different avenues of subliminal messaging that are going on and robbing our children of their hopes and dreams and ideas of a future they can have and things of that nature. It's a silent killer if we don't engage it. It's something that we are aware of, but we feel that, hey, I've made sure my community is safe, so my kids don't have to worry about that. The problem is your children don't only live in your community. They go out here in the world and they have friends, they go to schools, they go to parties, they go to malls and things like that, and they're obsessed with YouTube where they're being flooded with all these ideas from around the it's it used to be combative with us growing up and our parents say something to it, we didn't like it, but we got it done because we knew what the issue was. Now it's like I say something to my kid and I gotta listen to an hour long and y'all know how I talk, so they talk the same way. I gotta listen to all of this stuff that they've heard on YouTube, but that they watch. This is who I'm combating with. I'm
Yeah.
fighting against YouTube. That's the other parent in my house. I'm fighting against the movies, the hood. I'm fighting against the music because this guy said this. And why are they respecting my children? I mean, why are my children respecting them more than they respect me when I'm the one here making the sacrifices and pouring into them and doing all of these things? It's because These are the people that society are glorifying. These are the people that they see the adults glorifying. These are the people that they see with the money, the cars, the jewelry, all the materialistic things that mean nothing in life. That basically, when you accumulate, you're accumulating more responsibilities to yourself. They respect these things because they think these are the things that's going to make life easier. They're going to be able to live like the rappers or the movie stars. And it's like, where did y'all get this idea from? They're watching us. I sit and watch, and no offense to Steve Harvey or any of them, but Steve Harvey's a comedian, been through so many marriages, but he's who we turn to about relationship. And, oh, Steve Harvey gave the best relationship advice in the world, and he's this. We make
Oh
experts.
my God.
We
Oh
make
man. Hey, I'm
we make
sorry. I listened to everything you said too, and the whole category of what you were just talking about, bro, because I couldn't get in for a second. I don't know. And I had an opportunity to eat the fruit that you just put up out there about the subliminal message and the hey, like I said, listen, like I'm wondering how my name K Dog got up in there. So I must have done that instead of putting the name Carl up in there because I retired that name so long ago, like literally blew that name head off. You know
Well,
what I
see,
mean? But it's okay because a lot of people in the world do know me as K Dog. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, we remember the dude that used to be that. You know what I mean? And what um and to what brother Strong said, um, I think it's more like a cycle. Can we say?
yeah,
Can we say like it's a cycle of individuality and real concept of things? But when we actually realize what's going on and the inception of things that give you a concept that's been implemented, it's like ain't no choice. That's the force about it. But see, we came up with this opportunity to put us in the light of the choice is ours now because we know what's really going on now. There's too many people out here in the world on a psychological basis, mental basis, physical basis, letting people know what's really, really going on. And that's when I jump back to the industry. Yes, you're fucking for dollars. Okay, so why we still want to jump in it? Or is that the opportunity to let people know that, okay, yeah, we told the truth now. The choice is yours too.
basically
Type of
that's what it
energy.
is. But that's what it is. It's the choice is yours. We gonna put it out there to you. You gonna make the choice of whether you wanna self terminate yourself or not. You feel what I'm saying? It basically instead it made it easier to me mentally. It made it easier for oneself to self-destruct themselves by the propaganda that they putting out there subliminally. Because most of everything that you see now is subliminal, yet it's in your face. So it's the scales. It's the scales of like the Libra scales, the scales of justice. Nothing really weighs out. You dig what I'm saying?
But see, you said the most thing right there with one word. You said the biggest thing that cancels out both of that,
Yeah,
even according to the wheels of justice.
yeah,
Because sometimes the wheel of justice is rated off what? Propaganda.
yeah, yeah. It's the type of
So if
propaganda.
we keep, like fam said, if we keep feeding the pig, knowing that the pig need to be fed, the choice still yours. We could give these people everything in the world that they want, bro.
Mhm,
Guess what's gonna happen? They
mhm.
still gonna make a choice. And
Right.
somewhere down the line, they gonna realize if they live long enough, it's not the choice we need to make.
That's a
And
fact.
try to figure something out.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
all have a process of elimination. That's what I call it. This is the process of elimination. You either with it or you ain't. That's why all these facts and truths coming out right now. You either with it or you ain't. They're giving you a choice. No different than the big we is. We're
Mhm,
giving you a choice.
mhm,
It's
mhm,
so many of us that has a psychological, a mental, and a physical out here in this world that have a voice
yeah.
in this world to either let you know what's going on or let you figure it out from the teachings of our understanding from how long we've been out here in this world. That's why we say experience is the best teacher. And then listen, everybody that came before us did what? They gave it to us off experience first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we even became a politician had to look in this neighborhood and realize that this is wrong
Yeah.
and became a politician. We've never really had a politician that came from the roots of our own nature of what we're going through, what we strive for, and how our struggle still survive and needed to end.
Mm-hmm.
We've never groomed them from that. So we got to teach them everything or what they need to know. Do we got to give them the light of, hey, this is the ghetto?
Yeah.
Or do we need to put them in the category to like, let's just say how these people do, that he'd never have to see it. So how would he learn?
Right. Right.
That's where we come with the roots of our nature.
Mm-hmm.
Because nature in our roots has been subliminally implemented as an incept that we need to live according to a certain propaganda.
Yeah.
You said the biggest word.
Yeah.
So if we can leave the propaganda alone, we can leave the subliminal alone. Especially if you know right from wrong and come from your home.
That's true.
I was just gonna say it really starts at home.
At
That's a
home.
big fact about
Man,
everything. It take a village to raise these kids. It take a village to even take care of us. You feel what I'm saying? We need doctors, lawyers, all type of stuff just to take care of one person. So you know when it comes down to these children, it's gonna take a lot more than that.
hey,
But that's what I was saying earlier. I was having a conversation earlier about changing curriculums of teaching. Is the teaching that they putting in the school curriculum really efficient for today's society when it's based off of 20 or 30 year ago teaching? Technology has caught up with itself. So you know what I'm saying? Mentally, do you think that, like, okay, if you look at past generations and what they've had to experience, the next generation wouldn't be able to stand like this former generation? Because each generation getting weaker and wiser as it goes. You know what I'm saying? Because these new guys, they smart. I mean, they completely smart. You feel what I'm saying?
can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
So if we understand the where it's then they're from and where it been coming to where we at, can we not say since the 70s we've been warned about it?
True. We have.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. And
Absolutely.
it's
See,
like it's almost like people still they see a house full of fire. Instead, they
Yes,
know
man.
that when people running there, they dying. You gonna run in that fire, you gonna die in that fire. You know. Instead, people
In
still running in.
the first place, no different than Star Trek. First cell phone, first chirp phone, first situations of things
I'm
within
gonna,
society, right?
I'm gonna
That
give
they,
you. No, excuse me. I'm gonna give you one even better. I'm gonna give you one even better. Back to the Future,
I
Part
just
Two.
watched that.
That they had flat screen TVs.
what's the
Big
name?
Back to the Future. Marty
Oh
Mc.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we only talking about things of fun with that. We're not talking about things of an implementation. We looked at Back to the Future as, hey, we got hoverboards now and this, that, and other. The Nikes that look like that. No, we're talking about the implementation of life and society that was put out here,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So we
Right.
look at Demolition Man,
Yeah.
Judge
Demolition.
Dredd, because we're the
Oh,
lower part of the situation, but everybody that called the shots live in higher situations that's above the clouds, right?
true. I had a
Hey,
Demolition Man,
we had an
Judge,
interview.
these
can
kind of situations from the lower people have to come up to the top to actually make a point in life. So who are we gonna do? Because hey, we know right from wrong, right? So who choice is it? Regardless of what they implemented and we picked it up,
Yeah.
who choice
Yeah.
was it? Ours.
A
But if
lady.
hey
every
John
choice they implemented in the intention of our brains and I'm talking to people for the mega hurt and the beats and the sounds of it all because we know nature. The nature to make it right. But if we actually talking about these things, they don't need these kind of elements no more. So they erase our culture and erase our situation of thought process of not only the Most High, but she had to, had to block yourself off from that old tempter.
Yeah.
He blocked all that. And the people ain't rolling. They can't roll right. So guess what happened? Our own people end up taking us back.
Right. I was gonna say on you on that note there, I know Strong gotta come in and say something. A
Yeah.
black lady, a black lady wrote The Matrix and Terminator.
Oh, we knew that. We been
Yeah,
knew that
and the
20 years ago.
right. So the message, you know what I'm saying, that's being projected, you know how they just like I said, everything's inverted. They took that from us and put their little spin on it, and you know what I'm saying. But that's just my job. I wanted to jump in and pick it back off what you were saying about that subliminal. Mr. Strong, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, hold on. Hey, the females got anything they want to put on this subject?
What did he say?
I
But,
said,
but
do any females?
Jump in anytime you know what I'm saying. You know y'all
Yeah,
got the floor.
yeah, y'all got the flow. Y'all got anything y'all want to put in on the subject that was just discussed? You know what I'm saying? We want to hear the female side. Y'all have intelligent minds too, so we want to hear what y'all think on
no, I
certain
was
things.
piggybacking off what she actually said, though, for real, for real. My bad.
Okay.
No, we doing. They ain't man hogging it. You know, they ain't being no bullies. They doing okay.
Man, my,
We try not to be, but you know when these
I
situations,
can't James Brown, but it would be nothing. What?
we try not to be. We not try
No,
not to hog up the time.
I
We
definitely
try to
can't. No, I don't play that game. So,
spread the fish and the bread, you know, a little evenly. You know what I'm saying, to everybody.
gap right there.
it is. It's good, but I feel like it's good coming from your point of view, from you, because you're a man, and I feel like men can be a little bit more emotional when it comes down to being pushed to do something. Like as far as like when it comes down to these guns, when you talk about peer pressure and stuff like that, I kind of feel for the men in a sense because they feel like if I don't, you know what I'm saying? They feel that more than what a woman would feel like. You ain't gonna peer pressure me to do that thing. But I feel like as a man, they gotta like, no, but they gonna look at me a certain type of way if I don't. You know, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's different for a man. So I like to hear
A
what you gotta
strong
say.
masculine, you have a strong masculine black man standing there with a strong emotional black woman, and this man's emotion has everything to do with the effect of her emotion to protect her.
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole different vibe.
That
Mhm.
it's really cool to actually deal with the woman in this situation because before she let him die, regardless of what she said and knowing it's being done wrong, before she let him die, she's gonna tell him to stop. But before he let himself die, let you be taken advantage of, he willing to make that sacrifice. So
Right.
it's gonna always be an imbalance to that kind of situation. And you understand that these imbalances that they do the creation of you taming us to be tamed.
Hmm.
And you tame too. Because you can save our lives. They
Oh,
want you.
I'm for sure. I'm for sure. I was just thinking like as far as like the kid go, you know what I'm saying? Like how it was for you when you was like a teenager and you was really going through it like that. You know, not when you was thinking about how you had to protect no woman, but as far as how you had to protect yourself and be on your own. I'm not sure how your father relationship was with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it
No,
most definitely.
really pretty much the same way. You know what I mean? I'm a 70s baby raised in the 80s. So it was pretty much the same way. Even as a kid, I could have a little cousin with me and I'm 10 years old and she's 5 years old. But hey, I come from the Abbey Wells. Everybody in the
Me
ghetto
too.
feel like that's not in the ghetto but supposed to be policy enforcers, officers or whatever they call them, policy official, police officer. So you got these people that feel that everybody needs to be generated according to how these things has been categorized to us. That's why some of these kids used to die at 10, 9, 12 years old protecting their sister when they were so young in these fields and stuff like that. Listen to your sister, but why is you touching her? Or why is you doing this? Like I know a sister named Alicia Bardumwoody that was stripped by the police in front of everybody in the world out there in the Abbey Wells. And what do
That's
you think?
crazy.
They initiate the contact for you because every police book of training, where you whether you want to believe it or not, or anybody believe it, every police book tells you how to deal with every race according to how they implement
Mhm.
their policy of enforcing officially. So when you got this and you understand that you read these things and these people actually have an aggression approach to us because they already stereotyped us as aggressive people. They already implement soon as you get pulled up. Put your hands up on the car, who up the bell, stick your arms out.
Yeah.
They was trained literally to do this. So we say the police is bad people because they was trying to do this, but every other race, they was trying to do a different situation because if we looking at any kind of thing on social media, guess what's going on? They are approaching people according to the way they are trained.
Mhm.
We get the aggression because we know we ain't no whole ass motherfucker. You ain't finna talk to me this kind of way, and we do know our law, but you can put us in a situation where, hey, if we know the law, we not.
Can I jump in on what you just said, brother?
You got the flow.
Okay. See, as Fan was talking, the last thing he said, and I just want to point this out because I know it's a shared mentality. Um, we ain't no hoe ass, whatever. So you're not gonna talk to me like that. Which oh no, it's not about how you said any of that. It's about exactly what you said. You not gonna talk to me like that because I'm not a hoe ass, whatever. So the idea that the way you speak is making me a whore or something weaker than I am. We have to understand that no matter who we encounter in this life, even the people that live in the households with us, they don't know us. We know ourselves. So when you start to talk to me, and I feel like the way you talk to me, your perception must be that I must be weak because this is how you're coming at me verbally, or this is how you think I'm stupid because you're talking like this versus me thinking that, hey, this is his level of understanding. He really doesn't know me. I'm gonna let him get his rocks off. And I do this when I'm pulled over by the police or anything, whether it's a racial situation or whatever. I I can listen to you for a few minutes and hear the stereotyping and what you're saying to me. But I'm not going to give you what you look for. Instead, I'm going to tell you your job and I'm going to tell you why you're failing. Then I'm going to tell you how you could approach this situation differently because the fact y'all showed up in the numbers y'all did made me uncomfortable. Now that I'm uncomfortable, you're getting uncomfortable, which made this a volatile situation. So when I get through school and these officers, as they pull me over or do whatever it is they do, I've had 6 or 7 officers on the curb with their hands folded, listening to what I had to say before they packed up and went home.
And that's
Yeah.
what I'm
Because
about
because
because
I I was gonna say the thing is ignorance. When we're unaware, see, emotional health, emotional intelligence, all of these things. When you understand that you're the master of any situation you're in, even if it's a million people around you with guns and whatever, there's one thing that you're in control of, and that's yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Even if you die, you can die on your knees or you can die on your feet. It's your choice. Going back to choice and mental health, the state of your mind is, and that programming, those subliminal messages over all the years and your experiences and the things that have taught you that this is the way the world is, the labels that you've accepted upon yourself. There was a time when the word nigger was offensive, and I've gotten so comfortable with it that I've dubbed myself a real nigger. There's a problem with these things, but we can't see them because, hey, we've accepted a culture that was built out of oppression. We've accepted the idea that it's us against the world and that we need to create a black this and a black that. See, the one difference between us and the so-called counterpart, the white umbrella and the black umbrella, is under the white umbrella, they still have identities. Under the black umbrella, we've all been melted into this one ball of all being the same. We've accepted the stereotypes amongst ourselves. It's all, and then you get the little cute, all skin folks ain't kin folks, and all this other type of stuff that you got going on. but it's the truth. There is a certain level of separation that's required in order to have true unity. And when I say
Man,
that is I have to know that I am an individual in order to come to a collective and make it successful. I have to understand that the people I'm talking to are individuals is the only way that we're going to make it successful. I have to understand that, hey, we're going against a system that has been in play for centuries. We're going against the propaganda machine. We're going against educational systems. We're going Oh, why are they taking all these stuff about our history and stuff out of the schools? Out of the schools. Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask a question on this is
come
Yeah,
on.
we fought for decades to get the lies taken out of school about our history. And once they start taking them out, we fighting for them to keep them in there.
yeah,
We have to ask ourselves the reality. We want something so bad to say that it's ours that we're willing to accept bullshit just to say we got something.
So
I
that
don't
means
want your I don't want your funky ass Black History Month. Teach me about me all year long.
That's what I said. I hate
yeah.
that when I walk into the store and all they got is on a certain time of the month they got a bunch of black shit in the front of the store. I don't like that. That's why I'm
That's
going
it.
JC Penney on I'm going JC Penney sometime on Black History Month. They
But
be
check
tripping
this
me
out
out.
though. Let me
if
ask you a question. Y'all need remember why the term black was created, and then
coach,
understand that by embracing a label, you embrace everything that they put with it. So if I created something and said that, hey, to society, this term black means outcast, dangerous, criminal, dog, all of these type things. I paint the picture for decades that this is what it is. And then I teach a young kid that, hey, this is what you are. But these are all the things that are associated with you. I took your identity away and stamped you with a color. You know that, hey, there are kids that hate the color of their skin because they feel like it's the reason why they're being oppressed. So the thing about it is in order to break anything, you have to break their mind. Even a horse, you tie him around that tree and he realizes he can't get away. The next time you can try him around a twig and he won't even try. The same thing is being done with our children, with the adults, because hey, I feel it, it's the truth, I'm running with it. This is that. They broke your mind. They told you that you were weak. They told you were a criminal. They told you as long as you black, this is what. So now you go to the courtroom and you're fighting for black issues. You're trying to prove racism. Oh, he's racist. This is why he did it. How can you prove his reason for doing it? You can't. So the thing is we have to look at things on a righteous, unrighteous, in the sense of all men are created equal. All men have the rights and obligations of citizenship. It don't. You didn't have to create a law to protect black people. All you had to do is do away with the bullshit you put in there that said we didn't deserve the same rights that was given to everybody else. But now
And
that you created a clause for me, you still got me separate. You still got me in a box, and you still justifying the stuff you're doing to me because I'm accepting it because hey, bro, it's better to have something than nothing.
that's true. You got people like Frederick Douglass, and that's it's like part of my clothing line is a quote from 1857, like right before the Civil War, that we weren't considered citizens. We didn't have citizenship as blacks. You get what I'm saying? So from 1857, we still are oppressed. You
no,
get what
strong
I'm saying?
on something
The
that he
word, the word, the word black has no standing in law. It's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Senior Ambassador Strong
African
said,
American.
as long
Let
as
me let
we
me
accept
rephrase
it,
that. African American. Yeah,
fight.
let's rephrase that. African
African
American.
American,
We
black,
weren't considered
but if
citizens
you,
of the U.S. United States.
right,
So
right, and
this
that has no standing in law. So when you go to black, they kill somebody black, they can be
no,
justified because it has no standing in law. And
Black
we
have
like he said, we still accepting these
Mic
labels.
messed up.
Hello?
Yeah, somebody got a lot of feedback.
Yeah, a lot
no,
of
we
feedback on that mic.
of course, and we all trying to talk at one time, and we ain't gonna never stand unless that get cut after what they actually need to because hey, we're in this conversation right now. So thousand pardons on the body for everybody up in here.
Yeah,
Okay, for you two, everybody else. 'Cause, hey, this one of them kind of sessions, man, to where we actually know what we talking about, and everybody ain't disagreeing with each other. Everybody agreed to the plot plan and strategy of what was put down. So that just let us know how many plot plans and strategies was put down to make us go against each other.
yeah, right, right.
It's
That's why I
Okay,
say
okay.
now
we
Right on.
T-Pop,
It was a
and
it like I said,
I
that year 1857 should a lot of people should read about that. They get a clear understanding of what we look like, how we stood, where we were at, especially in the Civil War, because blacks were willing to fight for their not only for their country, for their freedom alone. African
okay.
Americans. Let me rephrase
No,
that again. African Americans.
Okay, let me ask y'all this question here then. I
Okay.
will ask this question and I want y'all to collaborate on it. I will ask this question. Who okay, which species get the best understanding? If a single what's the narrator if a single man raising a girl or a single woman raising a boy? Which one of them out there right there will be the best? Who will have the best lifestyle? A single man raising a woman, or a single woman raising a man?
You
Oh, I
opening up
gotta
a
jump.
can of worms right here, OG. OG,
I'm
you
jumping.
opening
I'm
up a
jumping
I
can of
on.
worms. Hold on
I'm
time
that's
out,
jumping.
a
time
good one
out. We
right
gonna
there.
leave questions
I'm jumping
standing.
on that. I'm jumping on that.
man.
I'm jumping all
I'm
over that
saying,
with
wait a minute. He opening up a can of worms. But go ahead, cause me and KD had to talk about this. We had to
I
talk about this. But
I'm
go ahead, strong.
okay. So I'm gonna say this right here as far as who's
Can't
gonna
have a
have the best. One, you can't let's do away with the whole best thing because there's no way to gauge how this child is going to turn out based on because you have to look at all the different elements of what the parent is pouring into them, what the parent is capable of doing as far as if the father has to work or the mother has to work, so they're not really able to be there for their child, or if the father is educated or the mother is educated, how much they actually know about child rearing. There are too many things that go into it, and it's also a divisive tactic of trying to determine who does better, a single mother or a single father, when the truth is that a child needs both. You know,
exactly.
it's not about my I hear women say it all the time. Well, happy Father's Day to me because I'm the daddy too. And no, baby girl, you are a wonderful mother. You are doing a great job in the role you were giving, but you would never be a father because you lack the equipment and the hardware. Take your role, appreciate what it is that you do, and allow that child to love you for who you are. You don't have to compete with a man, just as a man doesn't have to compete with a woman. Our job is to
Right.
work together, not against one another. We got to stop the bullshit and the madness with this old she did
Real
it and
shit.
she and I did it and he's a this and he's a that and the women are responsible for this and the men. We are all responsible for this chaos that we have because they gave us seeds of destruction, and we have been the greenhouse that have been nurturing, germinating, and blossoming the poison that was given to us. You plant a
Yep.
seed, and we continue to do that with these divisive ass tactics. We have to see through the darkness, through the murky water, and one more time get to the root of it. Like in anybody's mind state, why is it important to say that one is doing better?
That's why they created the greatest
We got
thing.
to stop
We
talking about they and start talking about
lack
us.
the thing other than what we feel in nature, though. So when we talk about the stereotype propagandas and things of that nature, it's been documented that hey, fathers don't fit. They even show it. They even show it on what we call the National Geographic channel. They even show, oh, the king of the jungle just had 5 kids by this lioness, and then he get another lioness a year and a half later, and them kids over there, and there's another. It's just horrorism shit that they only show, but they don't understand that the father is around all of them. He is their gene, he is their DNA, and things of that nature. So we've been having this thing and stamped on us way before I was born, you was born, things of this day. This is why we fight for to get the equality of what we talking about, equality of men and women. It's been so stamped so hard that we keep trying to one up each other instead of trying to raise these kids with each other. It's been implemented that, hey, if that father leave, the mama automatically becomes the man. But she ain't got one of them things that swing that creates a child that makes them onto that wound in the water of everything in life. And we know we create a female in the process. Until them kids of God, the Most High, decide what that child gonna be. It's always been her in the first place. So when we lose focus, we lose focus on how nature provided us and how it's supposed to go, and we go through the propagandas and the implementation of how these people gave us a stereotype. We live according to it. That's why every woman in the world, not all women, is so masculine right now, and half of these motherfucking dudes, excuse my language again, are so feminine. Implemented.
Okay. So, Mr. Styles, what's your narrating on this? Since you a
Hey
female.
now, cause listen, cause I got some things to say, buddy. I most definitely not you, baby. I'm talking. I'm on. My daughter came in and told me, "What you got to tell me?" Not you. No, but no, I have something to say because I do. Yeah, I do a lot for my children, but I don't want to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. I don't want no recognition, no praise on Father's Day or nothing. I just don't want nobody to come in and try to I don't know. I don't know. I just don't let it go easy when someone tries to say, "Oh man, I deserve this, but ain't doing nothing." So I feel what you're saying, but I would never say I need some on Father's Day or nothing like that. But I know I do a damn good job when it comes down to my kids. So I respect you for saying that because a lot of women always say, "Oh man, I'm gonna get some on Father's Day. I need to give on Father's Day for what? For what?" You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping in. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what this man was supposed to do. Okay, that's great. That's great. That means you're capable of doing amazing things, exceeding the abundantly. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I can't. It's nothing to say. He said everything right there. He said everything. Everybody
Do
just
I'm gonna ask people like even in the Father's Day and Mother's Day situation,
yeah.
do you actually did the research on the same person that created Mother's Day tried to get it abolished because they used it for a political format instead of for the mothers that needed to be recognized?
Elaborate, my brother.
I sure
Elaborate.
didn't know nothing about that. Go ahead, tell us.
Elaborate. Yeah, elaborate on that. Yes, please elaborate on that. We want to know.
The lady that actually created and got Mother's Day recognized as far as in that time frame, there was a lot of wars and things going on in that kind of frame. So yes, a lot of women had to be recognized for taking up the forefront of the father that was deceased, gone, things of that nature, or ran off. Hey, this stuff been going on way before black folks even thought about running off our kids, because we was always thinking about staying with each other. Why you think we always try to run from slavery with each other? Whole family, kid, catch up. Okay, so when you get something implemented, let's recognize the mothers of these things. And I think Mother's Day thing came in the end of the 18th or in the middle of the 19th, between the 20s and the 30s. So she had it put out there, and she got it approved for mothers to be recognized a pure woman in the backbone of a man. And it just made it a woman's point of view of it all. She actually fought in court to try to get it taken away from it because they turned it into a political agenda that had everything to do with, let's just say, emasculating or empowering only for control. She wasn't with it. I probably send y'all the link to that. You
Yeah,
know what I
Please,
mean?
please do send it to us.
Yeah, because we want to know about that.
Trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
mothers
I want to research that.
and
Yeah,
things
that.
that because she realized it took two. Okay, you have to
Yeah,
recognize the strength and durality of being a mother. Why that man go work, go put in that work, go do this, go work in the mines and things like that. That was going on when people was actually finding oil. Because if you don't understand why that refinery up there in Lima, Ohio, come on, bro. But they got to be pumping up there to be making tanks and stuff. Oil. It's all over the world. So we understand why things is in the political nature of stuff, and we don't know about a lot of things. But Mother's Day was created for the strength of women to recognize themselves as the equal backbone to men, because men were the masculine stuff to where's, hey, she don't have to work. She don't have to do this. She don't have to do that. But we need to recognize the fact that she cook, she clean, she this, she that, she that. She empowered women like that. She's really one of the first creators of the feminist movement. But it was the inequality of men. She was the backbone of him, according to God. But when they turned into a political situation to only empower and emasculate, because it's been homo
I'm
shit
gonna,
for a long.
I'm gonna jump in on that right there, and I'm gonna, you know, what I'm saying, that's speaking on,
Oh,
who got the better lifestyle, and what I'm saying, to me, it's like, and I'm pretty sure I can agree, y'all agree with me. If you ever been out in public and you see a child disrespecting their mother, it just do something to you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not one to advocate that. It's a lot of people who don't got mom, who don't got daddies. Uh,
if the is working, who is the disciplinarian?
there you go. Right, right. But somebody has to provide that living.
Got the teaching of disciplinarian of the father as well, just as well as she's the mother.
Yeah.
That's what she was trying to get people to recognize as far as recognizing Mother's Day. Don't just
Okay.
say, hey, because we didn't have Father's Day before Mother's Day.
Yeah.
We didn't have Father's Day. We didn't celebrate no stuff like that. These are things that has been
Right.
implemented and accepted in our head like it's part of our culture. We live in created culture that ain't got nothing to do with our nature. So we have to understand the process of eliminating us. If we keep accepting everything that was created that ain't got nothing to do with us, we lose the gods of us and within us and
Preach.
type of energy.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, brother. Taking on these things of I'm gonna create, because see, like I said, I want to go back to, if I have one day a year that is for me to appreciate my mother. I have one day a year for me to appreciate my father. I have one day a year for me to appreciate, or a month during the year to appreciate my quote unquote culture. All of these time frames that are designated for me to value. I have a holiday at the time of, hey, or Thanksgiving to show thanks. I have Christmas at time to give gifts and whatever you want to do. All of these different things that were created to help us, so quote unquote help us. But if we look at them, it's really economical at their root. It's beneficial for the day of, hey, let's honor mothers by going out the way and going to spend at these restaurants, and Valentine's Day to honor love. Let's give all the big superficial stuff that means nothing. These days have stopped the true essence of what it is, which is, I don't need a day to appreciate all the things that my wife does for my children, or all the things she does for me, or that my mother did for me, or whatever. Nor do I need a day to tell me when to be thankful for what I have, or what I'm striving for, or whatever. These are things that you should be doing on a daily basis.
Period.
And,
Yes. I
Right.
that makes
Right.
that's what I ain't trying to cut you off either. I'm sorry, but
no,
I
beautiful.
I literally I don't celebrate a lot of I don't celebrate these holidays. I call them man-made holidays. I don't do that because I do not see the um the importance of it is not beneficial. We don't do the whole Christmas thing. I told my kids, I say any dinner we have together is a Thanksgiving dinner.
Amen.
Any dinner you have with your people is Thanksgiving. You wait every day when I see you, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I respect you as if it's your birthday because you could be gone this next second. So why would I want to even wait for another 365 days to say, to really show you how I feel about you anyway? I'm doing it every day.
Exactly.
Right, because all of it was designed to keep us vibrating on that 300 and some hertz instead of vibrating at that 963.
Yeah.
They don't want you vibrating at your highest self, like the brother said earlier. We're losing our God self. We're losing that sense of God that's in us. So they want to keep us vibrating low and praying and worshiping something that's outside of us instead of looking within and realizing that we are God itself manifested in this physical being.
Right. Right. Right.
They put you, if you think about it, they put you on a timer like like you in jail. They give you a time and to do everything. They try to limitize you, monetize you. Like how when you said about the when they pick and choose when you can praise God in church. I mean in schools and all that. I feel like that's why I say again, everything starts at home. You love on your children at home. I didn't have a mom and a dad. So I had to do I had to learn from the opposites. When I seen stuff go on TV or when I seen things happening outside, I just did the opposite. Then if it didn't make my soul feel good, didn't make me feel good, I just did the opposite. I'm raising my children on the opposite effect. You feel me? Because if I would have ever did what everyone else did to me when I was a child, I would be a terrible parent. So it's a lot of people out here that they just I don't know. They're so confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that the wool was taken over my eyes a long time ago.
And man, if I could jump
Amen.
in on the sister
Kind
and
of
say
like
one
kind of like
thing,
Smoke D. Kind of like Smoke D said, I'm just thankful the Lord blessed me to see it 100 miles away.
You
that's
feel
it.
me?
And if we understand these things now, just right here with the people on this call and the people on here, um, and the big we philosophy, and I love it because it's not about what we can do for you, but it's what you're willing to do to get what it is you see that needs to be changed. If we understand these things, just us here, then as we leave this call and we go back about our lives, the things that we understand and the things we speak on, and I don't know what none of y'all do in y'all personal lives, but it shouldn't stop with this call.
Right.
It should go into it should spread from here like an infection, like hell. But worse, the next pandemic need to be the awakening.
I
You
say,
know,
brother. I
which
say.
is we need each one to teach one. I don't stop trying to reach the masses and reach the ones that's right there, but start with the one in the mirror. We have a piece called reflection. If anybody need to get that poke, we'll make sure you get it. It starts with self. You know, it starts with self. Once we are able to understand what drives us, what our why, and the things that we know need to be changed, and this, that, and third, it's a lot easier to understand that no matter who you encounter, they have the exact same thing going on. Everybody on this phone has a why. Everybody on this phone has a belief. Everybody on this phone. So when I meet you, I can't come in with my beliefs all hard to where it's a sledgehammer that's gonna smash you. No, I need to come in. Yes, I'm armed and I walked in fully confident in what I believe in and standing firmly. But I also understand you. So when we meet on that common ground, we meeting eye to eye. I can have this conversation with you, even with my spouse. Instead of me, yes, I know I'm the stronger vessel, and I know but instead of me being an ogre, which sometimes I am, I'm not gonna play innocent. Instead of me being an ogre, me understanding that, hey, if I tell her that, look, babe, when seems like every time I say something, you're a little bit combative, or every time I got this going on, it's this. Oh, well, I feel like this. Okay, instead of feeling hurt, like say emotional intelligence, I'm getting angry because you're telling me what I nah, instead of me, let me listen to what you're saying so that I can understand it and we can move forward in a productive fashion. So we do a lot of blaming when we should be doing a lot more changing, which is, hey, I know that this system has been doing this to us. The system, not Jenny, who grandfather was racist as hell and had my ancestors on the plantation. Not them. This system that's in play that they created. Yes, their great grandparents created a system that has been working, and now the maintaining of this system is what keeps us trapped in it. You're going to work every day, not having time for your children, feeling like it's a privilege because somebody paying you $18 an hour. Oh, they give me 18. You get 24 hours a day and you selling them for $18 an hour and you're celebrating. No, that's not good. You're not getting your worth. You're wasting your time. And if you want to argue the hour thing, whatever, you're giving away that time frame of your life for $18. You're not making or 20. I don't give a damn if you get 1,000 an hour. You're still not getting your worth because what you're worth is priceless. You have the ability to mold not only yourself, but everything around you into whatever you want. And you give it up because, hey, uh, these TVs, these movies, these homies, these loyalties, whatever you got are progress blockers. They're put to be stumbling things to stand in your way because, hey, you looking at them, so I know I can't do it. My homie way smarter than me and he can't do it. So nah, We, like I said, they're taking the God away. We're creators. We
Mhm.
can make whatever it is that we want. Anything we see was an idea that somebody didn't give up on.
Right.
Everything around you was once an idea that somebody had the discipline, dedication, and determination to see through.
Right.
You can do the exact same. Every one of us can do the exact same thing. Every one of us can make our communities the way we want it. Get up, go knock on doors, make people get involved. You might be seen as the crazy person until they realize that, hey, that stuff he had implemented worked. This
Right.
little network we had, it actually got us doing more stuff. The barbecue every weekend that all the kids come out and play at. We haven't had one shooting in the community in 3 years. Why? Because all of our kids are playing with each other again. All of us adults are sitting outside cooking and horseshoes and dominoes and spades and all the things we like to do. We're doing it with our neighbors now instead of closed up in our houses. We begin to
That sounds
reestablish
beautiful.
the community. But it starts with that one seed of change and then the nurturing it. Hey guys, we're having a barbecue this weekend. Y'all start with your street, just your street, to not make it impossible. I'm having a street barbecue. Everybody live on, I don't know, some of y'all might have some long streets, but I got 6, 7 houses. I can handle it. But it's like just that it starts to build something. And then next time, put the flyer over on the street next to you. And then on the other street. And before you know it, hey, we got to move it to the park because it's gotten too big to be on the streets.
Mhm.
Now all your kids and stuff, because y'all got to think, go back to when we was growing up. We used to do this, that, and the third. Everybody would be outside. Yes, we were all together. So I knew you. I was quicker to fight you than want to see you dead.
Right.
Now all I know is my 3 little homeboys that I kick it with all day. So when we run up on these dudes, they ops. Okay, why? Oh, because they live on that side. Oh, so you mean to tell me that somebody's your enemy and y'all at each other's throat because they live on a different street than you? Y'all ain't never had no beef, no interaction, no crossing the words, whatever. They live on this street, so that means they're your enemy.
Sounds so stupid, but that's how it is in Chicago too, for sure.
Oh, listen, it doesn't only sound stupid, and I don't care who here don't like it. Y'all know me strong. I don't give a damn. It is stupid.
But
I'm
hey,
sorry. I'm,
to
I'm
answer
un-
to
Go ahead, go
gentlemen
ahead.
to
okay,
answer.
OG
Wait a
trying to
minute.
say something,
I want to go ahead
please.
and say this. I want to say this. I want to say this to answer OG question because Katie ain't on the phone. We did answer that question. Who would have the better lifestyle? And we gonna say the woman.
no, listen, man,
Hey,
listen, don't do that. I just want to say this though. I asked that question just because see, I went through that. See, when my mama died when I was like maybe 12 months. I never seen my mama my whole. I don't even know how my mama looked at all. I asked the question because sometimes I be thinking if I had my mom, how my life would have been. You know what I'm saying? Would I had a different narrator or how I do things or cause my daddy was daddy, but back in the day, education wasn't key. Cause my daddy couldn't, the education he couldn't read and write. So I had to really learn everything I need to learn. I had to learn on my own. You see what I'm saying? And from teaching me, even though the teacher was teaching, I still didn't respect the teacher because I feel that they were dumb because you had to get all your answers out the book, out the back of the book. You trying to make what I'm saying? So at that point, like I said, when I was little, I just look at things differently. I asked the question for that, what I'm saying, if I would have had a mama, what I'm saying, in my life, where would I be at now? Well, I mean, the life I live now, I ain't tripping about it, cause I done did it already. But
Mhm.
I'm telling you, know what I'm saying, just giving that thought in my head of where I would have been at if I had my, a mother's feeling, cause that's how I be trying to tell a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? I don't. When it comes down to love, I don't really know that I can just love unconditional because I ain't never had a mother love. You see what I'm saying? I know what love is, but at the end of the day, unconditional, I ain't never had unconditional love because I ain't never had a mom. You know what I'm saying? To care for me in that way. You know what I'm saying? So I really just asked the question just because I went through that, situation. I was running myself. How, if it had been different, would I be in a state of mind I'm in now, or I really been on pursuit? See, when I was little, I was good in football, basketball, gymnastics and everything. But if I had a mom, what I had that, you know, the will to just go ahead and pursue something, then listen to other people that want my mama. You know what I'm saying? And I that's the only reason I asked the question. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to see who would have been a better fit or how the child would have turned out. I just asking that standpoint. You feel me? So it's all good.
Hey, Capone, if I could, my brother, and I understand that's a wonderful question, and I think it there's no real way to know how you would have turned out had you had a mother there during the time frame. It could have possibly been different, but it would have also depend. Like I said, there's too many variables for us to get caught in the what ifs and the possibilities because I was one of the beneficial ones that was raised in a household with both a mother and a father. And my daddy was one that even when you told the truth, you was lying if it didn't make sense. And he was raised with uh beatings. Like beating was the way you solved everything. If you had dyslexia, you was gonna beat till your letters got right. It sounds funny, but it exactly how he dealt with it.
It
They said I
didn't.
had a reading problem when I was early on in school, and he beat me into knowing and being a fluent reader, so to speak.
It didn't go
I
wrong
know
with
that's
Joe
not true.
Jackson. It
I
didn't go wrong with
exactly.
Joe Jackson.
I know that's I know that it's not true now, but I also am thankful for the fact that hey, he didn't allow them to put me on a lot of drugs and stuff that hey, your kid need like now take a kid to the doctor. They come a bag full of pills bigger than your head. They need to take this. They need to take that. They have behavior issues. They have this right here. Back in the day, oh, that boy liked to fight. Put him in boxing. Let him learn some discipline and let him learn the skills. Oh, he has a lot of energy. Put him in a sport. Let him do. This is the way we dealt with things. Not give them a pill so that they'll sit on the couch like zombies all day.
Right.
This is, there's a pill for everything now. My child used to be defined and want to bucket everything, tuck her to the hospital, whatever going on. She's nonstop. She has defiance disorder. That means she don't like being told what to do. Here, y'all need to wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that my whole time growing up, when I didn't like my parents telling me what to do and treat me like they had to guide every decision, I had a disorder? What? Don't no kid like their parent telling them to do chores and all this other type. Now y'all giving them a pill for it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like I said, the system. It's all about money. Like we got to really be truthful with ourselves. It's all about money. It's not about the system wise. And it plants these ideas of, hey, one parent could have did better, or if I had this, I would have been. It's a lot of things that could have made our lives different. A whole lot. Growing up in a certain neighborhood to where the school systems were better, to where I could have actually had books that had all the pages in it, or I could have bought my books home because I wasn't sharing it with the person next to me. We went through situations like that. And then some of our parents, they couldn't read, they couldn't write because it used to be against the law for them to learn to read or write. So I couldn't even go to my parents for help with homework. Because why y'all? A lot of y'all, I had to drop out of school in the sixth grade to work the farm because it was either work or starve. There's a lot of things that played into those of us who are past 40 and 50 and stuff like that. There's a lot that played into how we are today. And when we try to make sure our children didn't go through the same hardships, this is where the wiser and weaker come into play. We give them all the advantages that we lacked, but we take away all the discipline that was instilled.
Right.
So we're instead of making the balance scale even, we're putting too much on one side and overcompensating. And we're starting to look at things like, okay, I got to make sure I'll stay in a bad relationship to make sure my kid has a mother and a father. That's not cool. Like we got to understand that, hey, listen, sometimes things are toxic and it's better that we don't have them.
And
You know,
I want to respond on that part, just that part, because I used to wonder too, like, man, how would my life have been if my mother and my father would have kept me? You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up in the foster care and all that stuff. But I thought about it, and I'm fine. I'm fine where I was at.
Yeah.
Even if it was going on, even if stuff was bad already, it was molestation. It was everything. I'm talking about they took my virginity from me when I was 3 at that place. You know what I'm saying? But I figured when I realized how bad my sister and them was having it and everything like that, if I would have stayed with my mom and them, I would probably be on drugs myself. You know what I'm saying? Probably
Yeah.
wouldn't even be here. I probably wouldn't even be alive at the rate of how stuff was happening to my siblings. My mama had 10 brothers. I mean, 10 sisters. I mean, 5 girls and 5 boys. I'm sorry, but it was a lot of us, and I feel if she would have had all of us, you know, every and all the stuff she was already letting happen into the older siblings, like it was only gonna trickle down to all of us. So I may have went through what I went through, but I'm stronger at the end of the day. So I don't have no complaints. I don't have no regrets, or you dig what I'm saying. So I feel I'm cool. I don't have to ask myself that no more.
And brother Capone, I can honestly say, you turned out good, my brother. You made some mistakes in life, but I love you. You're definitely a brother from another mother. We look. I don't know how you feel you turned out, but hey, I say you're a good guy.
Yeah, I say he turned out good, man. Hell,
Yeah, yeah.
OG he teaches, you know what I'm saying? It couldn't
He
have went
got a
no
great
other way.
he
And
got
we
a great heart,
appreciate
bro. Anybody that don't know this brother, when I tell you his heart is there and he wants to see everybody do good, I'm stamping that. Like I know this from my first interaction with him to my interaction today. He wants to see everybody do good. He wants everybody in a position that they can succeed in. So
Mhm.
it's definitely, bro. It's people out here that had the advantages that you feel you didn't have that don't embody them same principles. So
Right.
whatever you went through in life, please understand that it pushed you to be the man you are today.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
Don't
appreciate,
nothing
I
happen. Don't
appreciate
nothing out here happen by chance, my brother. Don't nothing happen by chance. You know what I'm saying? And we got a big celebration coming up too next month. It's a big month for me and OG Capone. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put it out there. We'll let folks know what we gonna do.
Yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it was just a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I deal with mentally, things as I went in penitentiary. At a 17-year-old inmate. You know what I'm saying? At age 7, I been at 17. Just going through that for 18 years in the prison system, growing up in the prison system, my mental capacity my growth excavated, in the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying, from a teenager to a grown man, you know what I'm saying, and the steps that I went through in there, you know what I'm saying, um, it made me stronger, but then I like Miss Styles said, I don't look at it like being what if, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes I ask myself, about my mama, cause I don't, the land way that it went, you know what I'm saying? I had other brothers and stuff, but like I said, we got divided in foster homes and stuff, so, but we're in tune with each other now, but going through, you know, that stage in life, I had a, kind of, I ain't gonna say I had a mental problem, but I had a mental anger, you know what I'm saying? I have lost, I didn't care, I didn't care about nobody else's feelings, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have no feeling for nobody. I promise you. I mean, going through that stage, my feeling was like, man, I don't care nothing about you, nothing about your life, man. I just like, I didn't care. It wasn't no love, It just, if you weren't a part of me, I don't care nothing about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You weren't a part of what I was part of, man. It is, But like you said, over the course of years, understanding, you know, um, I learned. See, a lot of people don't know unless guys struggle, you know, and I be trying to tell guys, y'all ain't grown up like me. Y'all might been to the penitentiary, but y'all ain't go in like I mean. I went in '87 when it was bad in Mississippi. I'm talking about bad, bad. Don't
Yeah.
know what I went through. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it wasn't the same like it is now. But like I said, I overcame it, and I accept my reality. You know what I'm saying? For not having a parent and not having a mother. But that's why it hurt me so much when I be seeing people how they treat their mama. It hurt me to see people treat their mama the way that they treat them. You know what I'm saying? Or treat they dad the way that they how they do their dad, or how they do their mom. I hate to see people do their parents like that. And but like I say, I try to stay in a different lane, not getting out the subject, but it just me. You know what I'm saying? But we all must learn. You know what I'm saying, from each other. You know.
Nah, OG, you ain't getting out the subject. It's still all mental. It's
Yeah.
still all mental. No matter how you look at it, that's still mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's still
Yeah.
mental. And I'm glad that you sharing that, you know what I'm saying, that story with everybody,
Excuse
bro.
me,
Because
y'all.
a lot of people don't understand, you know what I'm saying, the importance of having a mother and a father in their life. A lot of people don't understand of the importance of having that parenting, you know what I'm saying, in their life. They bounced around from foster homes, or the parents didn't give a damn about them and just told, hey, go and take your ass outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it only, you know what I'm saying? I think that with everything that, as a parent, we do try to make our children's lives a little better than what, not a little better, but much better than what we went through. You know what I'm saying? We spend time, resources away from them to make sure that they don't grow up in the ghettos, and you know what I'm saying, and they have better than what we have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying. A lot of kids, like I see now, the opportunities that they got. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody, the stuff that y'all got now, the internet, the TVs, and the pistols and stuff, man. We ain't had none of that stuff, man. We had the stuff that y'all have now. Back then, boy, I'd be a billionaire.
In the vein for that,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
the
telling you,
thing,
you know what I'm saying? Cause you got so many opportunities to make money. They got all the legal resources that you can make money, the legal way. They didn't have that back then. We sitting in the college field, picking cotton for $20 a day, and and back then, you know what I'm saying? I mean, stuff was cheaper then. We didn't have the
Hey,
access to none of that, you know. That's
hey,
how I got.
Capone.
the thing
Yeah,
Capone,
about
Capone, you know what it is?
yeah,
You appreciated it, and we appreciated, and they appreciated it because they didn't have access to it all the time. When you have access to something all the time, when you get you might love a good cheeseburger. That may be your thing. Yes, I'm a big boy. I said cheeseburger. You might love a good cheeseburger. So if you eat a cheeseburger every day, you're gonna get tired of it. Then you're gonna start taking it for granted that it's there. Then you're gonna even open the refrigerator while you hungry, stomach touching your back, and you're gonna look at that burger and say, no, I don't feel like eating that. This is what's going on today because they have had everything over these decades. Everybody fought. And you have to even notice it with our generation. We didn't fight as hard as a generation before us because they gave us liberties. So
mm-hmm.
as it
Yep. Yep.
as
It's
it
all
goes
of
on,
what's being seen, bro. Like,
yeah,
he said something about the past time frames with what we didn't have social media. We didn't have this, that, and other to see this and things of that nature. But again, Strong said this one night we was having a conversation. The monkey see, monkey do things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you went in the penitentiary in '87 when it was rough and this, that, and other. I went in '93 right behind y'all when we were trying to put things together, so it was even rougher because everybody wasn't with it.
Yeah.
So everything y'all put together, we had to actually fight that and put
Hmm.
it in implementation. So everybody wasn't on the same accord. Think about this. Now you get to 1990, 1991, everything, the guns, the violence. We got Frank White, King New York, Scarface. All these things have been implemented in our mind frame. Like this is the coolest shit in the world, and they didn't show it on us first. until they start showing the Superfly stuff in the 70s and things like that. Yeah, they showed it to us, but to implement it, they start performing us of it. So we picked it up quicker and thus throwing away the teachers of community.
Yeah.
You know what I
Peter
mean?
Wheat Straw. Peter Wheat Straw. They don't know about Peter Wheat Straw.
Devil son-in-law. We not only implemented these things in our everyday life because they showed it to us, and we looking at these celebrities like, shit, this how black folks supposed to be. Dumbass. But when we did that, we took away the family value. We took away the morals. It's like your girl said that day when she was talking to Steve Harvey. We took away integrity. That's implementing these things not only in our everyday life, but we implement our
Yeah.
because most
Yeah.
of the things that we look up to still in that same of that thought process. Even though they move a whole totally different way, but we still gotta have that. Still gotta
Hey,
have. You
you
see what I'm
got
saying?
you got now all of this stuff that we know, and I'm sorry, but I just happened to look at the screen and it made me think of something. All of this stuff that goes on, take into account everything we've been talking about.
Mhm.
Now, think of the weight that that is on the mind of our youth today.
Yes.
Mhm.
You got
That,
all of us adults. You got all of us.
that's
You got
about
all
five.
of us in here ciphering on this, talking from all the different aspects. We got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people that I seen on this call that all have different aspects and all have an understanding of these things and all this right here. Now, think about the fact that we weren't being bombarded with these things. We were being educated in some sense. Some brothers was on it, some people wasn't. Some it was hit or miss, when it came. But they're being in information overload. This is why we're battling the chains of mental slavery because they've enslaved the minds of our youth and they're planting this shit in their heads pipeline, and this the system, not people. The people maintain, but the system is pushing it. It's poisoning them at their core, and that's the thoughts of themselves. That's the thoughts of their ancestors, those that came because you got to remember that they don't respect their elders. And see, when we looking at their elders like we looking up at our parents. No, 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 no. We they elders. They don't respect us. So the whole thing is why? How do they see us? What image is it that we're putting off? What is it that we're piling on their conscious and their subliminal by the things that we're doing, saying, and involving ourselves in? See,
So
because we have to remember, it's not our parents that taught them, it was us that taught them, or the lack thereof of us being there that taught them.
Right.
And it's us that continues to teach them, even if it's us giving up on them, we're showing them how to be quitters. We're showing them how to turn their back on their family and loved ones by pointing fingers at them instead of stepping up and taking action in every instant possible. We're showing them how to become complacent. We're showing them how to be talkers and not doers.
that's the
We have,
definition of accountability.
we have to understand that we're the footprints in the sand leading them instead of spiritual awareness. And we need to make them so aware of themselves that they see it coming from all sides, even from the ones they love. But
And
that's
it
me. That's me for the
Hey,
time
you know
for
what
the
I'm
day,
saying?
man. I love y'all, man. Peace. I
gives
love
them
you.
and
What you say, KD?
it gives them the light of knowing. Everything you just said is wrong gives them the light of knowing right from wrong. And we did add a whole value to the teachings of our kids because we picked up certain things too, just as well as our generation before us picked it up and we passed it along. And now we're trying to break the cycle of what we passed along. So we're being held accountable for what we created that was created in us.
Right. Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Mhm. Know exactly what you mean. Yeah, we discussed a lot of topics today, man. A lot of topics today. We got it in on a good
Work.
level. Um, with
It's simple.
everything that just came in, you know what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody. We're gonna close up a little early today, you know what I'm saying? We covered a lot of stuff. I want to give time to the guys to go ahead and get their shots out to whoever they need to. Especially about the big we. Now, I got a lot of people that have been asking questions about the big we. What is it? What do they do? You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have another discussion about that on another show, because it's some things that, that I know these guys working hard. I've talked to them, you know what I'm saying? And we've all agreed on certain subjects, certain programs, certain things that need to be put in place with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna get at the brother Strong to explain that one this time. You
Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna give the brother strong. I'm gonna get with you, brother, because I know I got some guys I know here in Alabama that want to get down with the program and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
definitely move on that. I want to thank everybody that came on to the show today because this is beautiful. I love it. The more awareness we put out there, the more people are gonna be woken up to
Hey man,
what's
my
going on.
phone had died on us in the middle of that conversation. So, but I'm glad I caught the end, y'all, and thank you for inviting me as usual. The Big We is about communities and unity, and you say Alabama, then that's where we going.
That's it. That's it. I'm gonna get y'all down here. We're gonna have a hell of a shindig.
Most definitely, most definitely,
Yeah,
most
we're gonna
definitely.
do it right.
Love, family.
Love, man.
All right, y'all. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessing. Peace and blessing,
Peace and
man.
blessings. All right.
You know.
We're gonna slide out of here, man. Want to thank everybody again for coming in, tuning in, chopping it up with the guys. This is Mental Awareness Month, so we're gonna make sure we keep it going. We were live on the radio, we live on the air. Me and OG Capone, we hosting this thing up. Shouts out to my other co-host, Lady Red, which is at a mansion party that I didn't get to go because I gotta work. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta work. Somebody gotta work. You know what I'm talking about? So hey, but shouts out to Lady Red Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? AGE doing their thing, you know what I'm saying, with the Wire Her girls. Big shout to them. They got a movement going on.
You gonna
And
get covered? I ain't even big enough.
so, hey, in any case, we
Ooh, I
want to
gotta
thank
get
all the
covered.
guests for coming on tonight. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching them from Facebook, listening in to the radio, to YouTube. We want to thank all our guests. We want to thank all our participants, all our supporters. Hey, we appreciate y'all coming on to the Solution Radio podcast show. Me and OG Capone. Um,
Yeah,
OG.
yeah. I want to say this before I go. To all the listeners, for mental health awareness. I like thank everybody. I like to thank the Solution Radio. I like to thank Eagle Flight Empire. You know what I'm saying? Michelle Young and Mr. Twan Pope. You know what I'm saying? So without them, I want to be able to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I like to thank all the listeners that listen across the world. And anybody that's have any issue concerning mental health, y'all are welcome to send, get us a link out, and we'll put you on the show, let tell your story. And like I said, we are doing a event next month in Huntsville, Alabama. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Fundraiser, big week fundraiser, kid fun day. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very exciting. The date will be put out. You know what I'm saying? Before, so everybody can get ready for that.
Working on that diligently too. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that. Big shouts out to God, man. God, the reason why
Yeah.
we all here, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do, we can't do nothing without him. So, you know what I'm saying? Most high, we give him much respect, peace out, God, hey, you know what I'm saying? We rolling with
Yeah.
it. But yeah, we
So
gonna get out of here, man. Hey, next Sunday, we'll be right here. You know what I'm saying? Mental Health Awareness Month.
yeah.
We'll be back to chop it up about some more stuff. So y'all keep it locked. We're gonna keep this thing rolling.
All right. See you.
Peace.
Peace.
This your boy T-Pole. This the New Solution Radio Podcast Show. And if it ain't AGELREEFE and the family, I'ma keep saying it till I get tired. Overstand, leg up.